I hear you are being shipped to Earth in a few days. Who did you make mad?
My POS teacher. I totally stopped doing any work last semester and she said I had to go.
Earth is too wet for my liking. Do you know people actually need water in order to survive? In areas like the Sahara Desert there are no people because the desert is so big and so dry that there is no way for them to get water or food.
Wow. I hope I get sent to the dry Sahara Desert. I really hate rust. If I get sent to the rainforest where it rains every day, I will really be in trouble. I wish I had thought about this before making my POS teacher so mad. Where is the Sahara Desert?
The Sahara Desert is in northern Africa. It is so dry that it formed a natural barrier that humans didn't cross for hundreds of years. Luckily, the Nile River, the longest river in the world, runs through part of the desert.
Do people live near the Nile River? They could use the river water for drinking, bathing, and farming. That way they could still survive in the arid desert.
Totally. They use the river for much more than that, though. They can use it to transport people or things across the desert. They can also use the mud of the river to build houses. The Nile River also helps to bring good fertile soil to the farm fields.
You must have been studying in POS class. No wonder you're not being shipped away to Earth.
Maybe in 100 years, if desertification has completely taken over the planet, I will come visit you.
What is desertification?
You have got to be kidding me. You need to study. Maybe we can go over that tomorrow. Can you at least tell me what the ancient Egyptians used the Nile River for?
Maybe. I know they used it for drinking and bathing.
You have got to do better than that.
Did they also use it to fertilize and water their farms?
Yes.
Okay. And then, I guess for transportation and to build houses out of its mud.
Victory. You did it. Can you also tell me how the rivers might also hurt the Egyptian people?
Well, the Egyptian people would have been really dependent on the Nile. If it dried up and there was a drought, they would have a famine, and without food people would die.
What about the opposite of a drought?
If there was too much water in the river, it could flood. That could wash away their crops and animals. A flood could also cause a famine.
Then there is the problem of desertification. Desertification occurs when lands around the outside of the desert have too much stress put on them. This could happen because of grazing animals or farming or erosion. Do you know who desertification hurts?
Animals who lose their homeland and humans who can no longer farm or graze animals on the land.
Awesome. Do you want to study with me tomorrow?
Yeah, sure, but only if we can talk about desertification some more. I have to get my special anti-rust waterproofing treatment at 2:30. Can we meet after that?
Sure, 3 o'clock would be great. Wouldn't want you to miss anti-rust treatment. You will need the anti-rust treatment if you get stationed in the rainforest in West Central Africa.
Don't remind me. Do you think Earthlings who don't study in POS class get sent here?
I don't know if they could handle that 50-year space flight. Why don't you ask them and let me know?